Good evening, and welcome back to the Total-MLS Roundtable. It is April 13th, 2015. If you're watching this on YouTube, I now have new headphones. I don't have to wear a little headphone stuck across my lip. Although
headgear.
I'm wearing, I'm going to DJ after this, so that's gonna be pretty awesome.
I realize that we do not actually have a bass-sounding soundbite. Sorry.
That's a bummer.
I know.
That would have been cool. Some beats, dropping some beats. All right, enough of my headphones. We're going to get into all that's happened in the past week of MLS, which actually started on Wednesday. Maybe Kyle was the only person that watched it.
I might have been.
You and like 14 other people may have watched it. What was that, like 10 Eastern?
Yeah, it was 10 Eastern. Sure was.
Yeah, those are rough ones, especially midweek.
Especially when MLS schedules a game midweek and then you have to fly across the country to another game on Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, so that made no sense. Columbus had to play in Vancouver Wednesday night. And then
After
Boston
having an off day on Saturday, make sure you mention that.
Yeah, and then Boston on Saturday afternoon, not even Saturday night. So that's just MLS being MLS.
That's the miracle of the weekend is actually that somehow they got 2 points. I don't know how.
I was gonna say, you got 2 points out of it, so
they didn't deserve anything from Vancouver, and somehow they got that. And then, actually, the game should have been forfeited in New England because both teams played so pathetically. Like, I don't know how many times I've been to or seen a New England Revolution game, but it's somehow like just been so pathetic, and it just ruins my attitude towards my own team.
Have you ever been to Gillette?
I live in Boston, and it's terrible. I hate going there.
It's like a cemetery for soccer.
And then if there's not any goals, if it's a stalemate type game, it honestly, I think you can fall asleep in that place. Because the only thing that otherwise keeps you awake is those musketeers shooting their pellets after a goal.
They do have like a cool mall attached to it, like a movie theater and
which
CBS,
if you are
CBS
a
restaurant.
If you're a fanboy and you want to go out after the games, you probably will see most of both teams in one of the 3 or 4 bars right there. What you would say to them after a pathetic 0-0 game, I don't know. Like, hey, how's your chest? Like, I don't know.
I would tell Juan Agudelo that he just got called up to the national team after his blistering performance to start the season.
Would you be curious? Would you ask him, like, were you shocked? Was that number saved in your phone?
Like, you saw that call come up and you thought, wait, are they pranking me?
This is Lee Wynn pranking me, right? This is him.
Damn it, Lee. Stop calling us Jurgen with your fake German accent. Yeah, so Columbus got to travel the world and got 2 points out of it. Not bad. Not a bad showing.
It must pose this question. I was at the game against the Revolution, and I was complaining to, of course, everybody about the setup, and somebody tried to tell me that the Crew has very much say in their schedule, and that they could have said no to that. I don't know how much teams have say in their schedule, but I'm curious as to know how much, because there's 100% no way that they would have ever allowed that. So does anybody know anything about that?
I don't think they do, because like the Rebels only have 4 Saturday home games, and the rest are like Wednesday, Friday, or Sunday afternoons, and they lost like a home game. Saturday home games are probably the most lucrative for teams, I would assume, in MLS, and I don't think you go, we're if we had to say we'll just do 4 home games on a Saturday night. I don't think they do.
Maybe they get some special
a committee, right? I mean, you have to have a committee that correspond with dates that are for the other teams.
The stadiums are available.
Maybe they get some secret allocation money or something. Yeah. Rights.
They might have like 1% say in it, but it has to work, I guess. It just To me, it's just mind-boggling that that MLS would be as MLS as they were. But then again, it's the Columbus Crew, so MLS does not care about them. In which case, it was okay.
I mean, I think you can choose times for your home games, but that's about it. Because if you all remember the infamous 1 p.m. game on a hot Wednesday afternoon in July.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
The Rebels had, yeah, that was great.
The old middle of the day on a work day. There was probably 5,000 people there.
Yeah, and like 4,000 of them were camp kids.
They just brought
the exact same time the Yankees and the Mets started a home game as well. So
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with there's so many soccer-specific stadiums now, but most of them share with something, so they have to work around that stuff. Like there's a Kenny Chesney concert coming to BBVA, so you got to make sure you get all that good stuff in.
I bet Kenny Chesney ranks higher than the Dynamo in their list of priorities.
He probably makes them a lot more money. Because he's probably going to fill the stadium and then the infield, and the pitch will look like a stampede happened on it the week after, which will be pretty cool.
That definitely justifies the Fish deal with the Rapids, because every time Fish comes to town, they play at our complex and just destroy everything. It's terrible.
They had some hip-hop concert at BBVA last year, and you could see the outline of the stage for the rest of the season, where it sat and just destroyed the grass.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yep. And they play football at BBVA too in the fall, so that's awesome too.
Is it high school football, so they just don't have any care or respect for anything?
No, they actually share it with the college. That was part of the deal with the city. They had to allow Texas Southern University to play there. The fabled Texas Southern University football program.
Historic.
Are they also orange, or is that weird?
What?
Are they also orange? Like, are their colors?
No, they're like maroon or something like that. So they just play with all these orange seats.
Oh, nice. Really clever.
All these orange seats. Well, we play at a soccer team stadium. I'm sure that's easy to explain to people.
Especially in Texas. Oh, man.
Listen, why, Kevin? We can't stand for this.
Can you mute him? Is there like a thing like we can go around the horn and mute? That'd be a perfect time for that.
I can't assign points or anything, but clickers. That would be cool. But hey, the U.S. national team is coming to the great state of Texas. Whoa, there's 2 Tylers now.
Well, apparently the Texas comment got me removed from the chat.
Listen, I had nothing. I had nothing to do with that.
You know, Google Chrome said, snap, and I was done. Toast.
You want to talk about the great state? You're out of here. The national team. So the national team's coming here on Wednesday.
I will be at the game.
To play at the Alamo Dome. They're laying grass on top of the concrete, which is going to go well.
65,000 strong.
As long as Kubo doesn't get hurt, we're good. And if somebody wants to kidnap Kubo and just bring him back down I-10 to Houston,
I was about to say, how badly does it bother you that he's going to play for the Mexican national team before he plays for the Houston Dynamo? In Texas.
His first game in Texas will be for the Mexican national team.
Yeah,
it's all part of it, I guess. There's a lot of Kubo jerseys at games though, and he's still months away from coming, so the pressure is real. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a ransom out for Kubo though. If he ends up in the back of someone's pickup coming back down I-10. Anyway,
that could be in Texas. That could be seen as something totally different than taking somebody to a soccer stadium.
Well,
keeping him from going back over the border. We don't want to get into that.
We can't get into all that. There's presidential talk now. We don't want to get into that.
Yeah,
Speaking of the great state of Texas, The little sister to the north, Dallas, got handed to them somehow. Tyler's Colorado Rapids go into Frisco and just take it out on their old coach. Haven't scored a goal all season. What? Do you have any explanation for this, Tyler?
No. No. Did you guys watch it? It was pretty incredible. I don't know. Mauro Diaz is a bigger part of their team than I think people realize. That's all I can say. I don't know if this was, us coming out and dominating as much as it was. We came in, punched them in the face, and they never recovered.
Powers had a hell of a game.
Oh yeah, Powers killed it, but it was. I don't know.
I want to say the last roundtable, Tyler directly quoted, "It is feast or famine with us. We will score 0 goals for like 7 straight weeks, and then all of a sudden, when you least expect it, we'll put 4 in the back of the net, win the game, and then we won't score again until September." So,
the great philosopher, Tyler.
It happens.
The man knows his Colorado Rapids.
Yeah, this happened before. We beat Houston last year 3-1, and then we went into complete just destructive mode. We did that to Montreal too. We beat them 4-1. Granted, one was an own goal.
Listen, those are 2 garbage teams last year.
I don't care. I think Dallas without Mauro Diaz is not good. So,
I think Blas Perez kind of flopped around a little too much. More of a fish out of water than he was a soccer player.
You don't say. Blas Perez was flopping.
Too much though. It was more than usual.
The first Texas Derby is coming up. I've got to get it all out. Just all the love for Dallas and their people.
I think as you know, I picked them to win MLS Cup this year, but I think this loss will actually propel them to get there as a team. Sadly, but you don't lose to the worst team in the league and then get demolished by the worst team in the league and then just get crushed. I mean, usually good teams bounce back from that, and I think Dallas will.
So you guys are going to work.
I mean, you guys aren't the worst team.
Yeah, you're not even close.
Well,
Montreal, Toronto, Philly, NYCFC.
Listen, you're talking about the Champions League finalists.
Savior of MLS.
Yes, you're talking about Champions League finalists who's about to get drubbed probably 5 or 6-0 at Azteca.
We were talking about a team that had not scored until this past weekend. So,
but you hadn't given up goals except for
while
one
I
game.
agree with but when you
It's not like you were getting
at all
beat every
times,
game.
meh. We have 4 defenders and 2 central defensive midfielders who basically stay at home as much as possible. We're not going to leak a lot of goals. That was the whole intent, right? But we're also not scoring. So now we score 4, and everybody's like, "Oh, we're not the worst team." Nah, come on.
So
we lost
you
to
guys
New England 2-0 the week before. This isn't a huge thing.
You guys wore the gold, and the captain came back.
Yeah, I do love Drew Moore, so I will say that's a good boost. But
So who is the worst team in the league?
Excluding Montreal, because the
Chivas.
Champions League finals.
Toronto.
Oh,
1-3 now.
Rob is through his computer somewhere.
Where is he?
He's crying somewhere.
Rob's coming to New York at some point. He might murder me.
I mean, Philadelphia is quite bad. I know they won this week, but they also beat NYC.
I was going to say, New York City's pretty bad.
Yeah.
David Villa's.
Yeah, if David Villa was on that team,
Portland.
Yeah.
Portland.
Oh, got the echo.
Echo. Maybe it'll work itself out.
Yeah, Portland's a pretty bad. 6 points in 6 games.
I'm trying to get rid of the echo.
Or player for encroaching the penalty spot.
It was blatantly obvious. There's no other call. No one could have made.
Yeah.
That was just the league wanting Kaká to succeed.
Was that a goal of the week? Was that a goal of the week nominee, by the way?
The first goal was, which I don't know how you can figure that's a goal of the week nominee. It bounced off his chest. You couldn't really
Just slammed against his chest. He was unlucky to be lucky.
Yeah.
If there was any of us, it would have smashed off our face and then gone over the goal.
Yeah. Oh, the heck was that?
I don't know, but the echo is not happening with Philip's on science.
There's some crazy echoes going on.
Yeah. Here, let me try to break the silence. Nothing. These aren't working. What a waste.
We're just gonna power through. Maybe it'll go away.
The people listening to this audio only must be.
They're like, what the hell are these idiots doing? Yeah. I just want to upload the audio file. Keeps doing this. If you got lucky enough to watch it live, then you got lucky. What the hell?
That was the first time anybody referred to that as luck.
Alright, moving on to Saturday. We already talked about the great New England Columbus. 0-0, slugfest. I think that's about all you can say about that. Kyle, do you have anything else to add since you were there?
Other than that Sean Phillips should have put that ball in the net in the 87th minute, the fact that there were 0 shots on goal to begin with Columbus was really disappointing.
Adjusting volumes. All that works. Probably not. All right. Well.
It's Philip. Every time anybody talks, his mic goes off the charts. Mic.
Dang. Philip sabotaging the show.
Philip, you.
Sounds about right.
Let's see if I mute him. See what happens. Okay, I just muted him. Echo.
Yeah, it was Philip.
See, science, bitch, is what?
Brought him back. See if there's an echo. Oh.
Yep.
Hell up. Philip, I'm going to mute you. When I want you to talk, I'll bring you back.
Philip, we love you.
No hard feelings. It's just, gotta take one for the team. All right, so, whoa, was that an echo again?
No.
Okay. I'm just hearing myself, I guess. Philadelphia 2, New York City 1. Philly needed that one pretty badly. Their, third string keeper came in. Had a really cool interview after the game, if you didn't see it. He's a Philadelphia kid. Played his first game for the Union. Got the win.
Get the Peter Check helmet on.
Yeah.
Which makes him a crowd favorite because he's all about head safety, and so Taylor Twellman loves him.
He's all about protecting himself, and he almost cried in his interview, which was part cool, part kind of sad, but.
So maybe I'm just not I'm not in with the Philadelphia Union lore, but whatever happened to that guy that they got from that African country that Landon Donovan scored on to get us to the World Cup?
I think they sent him home. They're like, Rays, listen, you take some time off, buddy.
He was seen at an airport, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was pictures of him on Twitter at the airport. No telling where he was going. But,
look, you might want to lay low for a while.
maybe you just head on out to anywhere but Philly for a little bit. The fans here aren't exactly the nicest when you're sucking as bad as you are.
Michael
Yeah.
Vick, our fans often weren't as mad at him as they are at you. So you probably get lost just for a little bit.
We're bringing in this kid who played in USL to start over you. So maybe you just take some time off. And it's not like they can trade him. He's making like $500,000 a year.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. I mean, you think they want Zach McMeth back, maybe?
Yeah, people were saying, can they call him back? But the MLS loans are season long, so
Yep.
too bad.
That's what's funny is you loan potentially your best goalkeeper, and he's sitting on the bench, and now you have sent your other one away. So.
Hell, they took Blake with the #1 pick in the draft, so you would
Yeah, but
think.
he's hurt, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think he's close to coming back. I mean, this kid played all right. They'll give him a couple more games.
Yeah, in your first game, you played USL mostly. You know, he probably has a lot of nerves, especially playing in front of a home crowd, legitimately a home crowd. So, you know.
He said that he said if anyone was going to score on him, he was glad it was David Villa.
Yeah, I mean, really, like, sorry guys, he won a World Cup, scored a lot of goals in Spain and all over the world, you know.
He probably kept the ball. David Villa scored this on me.
Do keepers take pride in the fact that they let up goals to certain guys? Like,
No.
they keep count of that, or no?
No.
No, you don't like giving up goals in any way, shape, or form.
No, especially not to celebrities or great players. No
Yeah,
way. I'd be like,
exactly.
I saved a goal against this guy. And I
Yeah.
would never be like, hey, this guy scored on me. I'd be like, wow, I'm a douchebag because I let this guy score. There's just no way.
Former or current backup Matt Lampson for Columbus let up the Olympico style goal from Thierry Henry, and when he
Oh, yeah.
retired, he posted it on his Twitter and was like, "Hey, thanks for the memories."
That was
As he's crying while.
Remember that time you scored on me off a corner?
that was the game. Grudenbaum flew into the goalpost. Also,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I remember that game. Grunenbaum just destroyed the goal. Now he's retired,
yep,
doing Kansas City games, right?
Yeah, I
Will
think so.
nod his head. Yes. All right. The weird thing about that New York-Philadelphia game, they play each other again on Thursday. So
what? Really?
yeah, in Yankee Stadium this time, because New York City has a lot of midweek games because of Yankee Stadium. They don't really get to pick when the Yankees are in town, so
No,
unless the Yankees are away. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's like every day.
Yeah, baseball is like every freaking day. I'm pretty sure it's called Yankee Stadium, so they get to decide the schedule. So yeah, they're playing on Thursday against Philly again, and they'll be without Discrew. Discrew got called up, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Philly doesn't have anyone. They shouldn't. Edu's not getting called up anymore.
No.
Yeah, so Discrew will be out. And that's about it.
I'm glad I didn't put him on my fantasy team.
See,
Oh.
all you fantasy people, take Discrew out.
Go with Grabavoy, just saying.
New York City has a double game week, but you don't want Discrew in because he'll only play one of them.
Right.
See, I'm saving fantasy teams across the country. All right, DC 2, Red Bulls 2.
Maybe we should bring Phil back. Come on, Philip. Come on in.
Let's bring him back. I'm bringing him back, pulling him back up. Look, Philip has signs now.
Yeah,
See,
had to improvise.
see
He
if
is-
he talks.
To be honest, I don't hear any echo.
That's not surprising. Usually a skunk is not bothered by its own scent.
Oh, Philip got muted again.
Hey, next time we ask him to put his 2 cents in, let's mute everybody else, so then it's okay.
Okay, so that's a good plan. I'm just producing the show with like duct tape and sticks and
It's a
just
Google
MacGyvering
Hangout.
it.
It's not like you have all mute all with #7 or something.
Right.
Oh god.
We have the Google soundboard. We have,
Yeah.
we have DJ headphones.
Which honestly, the Google soundboard isn't working either. So I would have totally done a gong there, but it didn't work.
I'm coughing. It's just. Oh,
No, those are working.
Tyler's now wearing scuba gear.
I was just trying to get my stuff to work there, but it didn't work.
Rebels. It was a pretty exciting game. DC looked to have it in the bag after Kitchen's second goal, and then Mike.
They somehow found a way, and they're the only team that hasn't lost. I don't know. Salt Lake still is. So the Rebels and Salt Lake are still the only two undefeated teams in MLS, technically.
So for you and Tyler, since you play goalkeeper, should Hamid spilled that shot to Sam? Was that his fault?
Yes.
I
was.
didn't
I mean,
see it. I don't know.
it was far out enough that he could have, and he was far enough wide that he could have pushed it
I was
past
gonna
the
say he
post.
could have at least parried it to the
Yeah.
side or something.
He tried to catch it and bobbled it, and then DC didn't trail Sam, and I think it was he was on the back post with him. I think it was Zizo. Zizo was on the back post with him, and Sam is obviously faster than Zizo, so he got to it right away.
Yeah, DC's gonna definitely feel like they dropped a couple points there.
Yeah, I
Especially
honestly
at home.
I didn't expect them. They were 2-0 down, but then Paranel comes back with like a minute something later to score the header, and it's like, oh, all right, maybe they have a shot. But I mean, both goals were came from the first goal was a corner, but the play before that, Rolf had a perfect opportunity to score, and Robles saved it with his calf. Both plays, Paranel got pulled out wide, just like he did against Kansas City. So that's one way teams are starting to exploit the back line of the Red Bulls is by putting Paranel out, pulling him out of position. So they force the fullback or one of the midfielders to play central defense, and they
Here
don't.
you go, Tyler. This is unauthorized use of highlights.
Hold on, I'm looking. Oh, nice.
Right here. Question's free kick. And then Hamid spills it.
There's like a light right across the screen. Oh,
Listen,
that is
you
just
look
bad.
at this is use of MLS highlights. They've granted us access.
Well, I just pulled it up. I was going to mute my mic so I could watch it really quickly. I mean,
Yeah,
because I couldn't really
especially a
see
keeper.
where it
Keeper
came
of
from.
Hamid's stature, you would expect to make that save.
Yeah, let me watch it really quickly. Hold on, just so I have a point of reference.
Talk over you while you watch it. But yeah, I think Kitchen's 2 goals kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, I
And
mean,
they
the first goal, McCarty lost him. He just did. You could see
Yeah,
McCarty look at him, and
he-
McCarty saw that he ran, and I guess Dax thought he was going to try and stay, and the ball was going to come to him, but it went over. And Robles did kind of make a blunder where he diagonally went away from the ball to try and meet where it was coming down, instead of going straight and trying to punch it out, or staying on his line. So he made the worst of the 3 choices on that. And then if from one of the angles on Kitchen's second goal, none of the midfield dropped back. Dax was the only one. Kleshin didn't. Felipe didn't. So I think it was the trio. It was their worst game together. Felipe had a pretty poor game with his free kicks. So thankfully, Kleshin took that second goal.
Yeah, Felipe he's kind of. I've only watched some of their games. He seems to be kind of a little out of place in that midfield.
I really think eventually a couple more games, maybe like late May, you're going to see a switch of Kleshin and Felipe. I know Marsh says he wants Kleshin closer to goal. So because they want to, they want to press high. So having a defensive-minded midfielder up higher to Marsh makes sense to start the pressure up that high. And then Felipe can see the game from a distance, Marsh says. But I think if they're both going to produce, they're going to have to get switched, in all honesty.
Yeah, it seems a little out of whack for now. But yeah, like you said, Marsh, I think is still just kind of seeing who fits and what fits.
Yeah, and hey, I mean, they're still getting points, so no one's going to really complain and ask for changes. They got a point on the road. So
yeah, no losses, like you said.
So having watched the video now,
yes.
Oh wow, that was bad. I mean, the only thing I can say is that maybe he caught it late, like he just saw it late because it didn't really look like it went over the wall. I mean, they didn't really give us an angle that really helped, but it looked like it went to the left of the wall, and then kind of just curled a little bit. The only thing I can say is that it dipped and hit the ground right in front of him, so I could see him spilling it. But if he's in a better position, that's really an easy thing to just kind of scoop. That doesn't look like it's that crazy. But then again, he may have just knuckled it and it wobbled, but I don't know, man. That looked like a pretty fucking easy save to me. But
listen, Sasha Kleshman played in Europe. He probably knows like some cool spin to put on the ball.
Oh, right, yeah.
He has that.
You're right. He played at Anderlecht, so
he has that in his repertoire.
That's basically Spain or something.
It's basically he played in the Champions League. Excuse me.
Yeah. Well. Cool.
Yeah. Thank
cool
you.
Story, bro. I don't care.
Oh, Belgian champs. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah. Well. Okay.
No love for the what is it? The Jupiler League or something?
Yeah.
Man, rough.
Jupiler.
Houston 3, Montreal nothing. A thorough beating of the Champions League finalists by probably one of the cup favorites early on. Just taking care of business against a team who's made the Champions League final. What can you say? Dominant performance. Dominant team. Don't know how they'll lose the rest of the year.
But Kenny Cooper is going to be on Montreal now, so
Kenny Cooper went through an envelope or a bingo thing or something and landed on the
how did that
impact.
happen? Just landed there? They're like, wait.
It goes through an allocation order.
They drew cards.
The waiver wire, it's just like anything else. They have an allocation, and every team passes. And
they said, Kenny, do you know French? And he said, oui. And then act just like that.
Yeah.
He's cut-tied as well, right?
I think so. Seattle played it. No. Was Seattle in it this year? I don't think they were.
No, but they were.
L.A. Philip says no with his.
I can't see.
With his
Is that what that says? No?
Yeah.
That was a very creative way of showing no. All I saw were squigglies.
I know the Red Bulls were in it because they couldn't get out of Montreal's group.
Oh shit, son!
It's true. It was Portland, DC, Montreal, the Red Bulls.
That was a shout out to my homie Mark.
Yeah, where's he at, man? We gotta bust him up. He was supposed to be on.
He has plans with his wife.
Yeah,
of course. Whatevs. Yeah, then speaking of massive moves, the Dynamo making blockbuster trade today, sending proven MLS goal scorer Jason Johnson, 1 career goal, to Chicago for Brazilian legend Alex.
You must be a really good liar, Dustin, because you just said blockbuster trade one more time and didn't even laugh. You kind of had a little
I even put in Brazilian legend Alex.
I know. I don't know what just happened, frankly.
Yeah.
It pretty much just tipped the scales in MLS, that trade. Jason Johnson.
What scales? Tip the scales.
Supporter shield.
Right. Oh, those scales. Wow.
I was telling whoever was in here before the show started. I didn't even know Jason Johnson was on the team. Like, he hasn't been in the 18 all year. So I figured, oh, he must be on loan at Charleston, who's the Dynamo affiliate. I looked at their roster. Nope, he's not there. I'm hoping Jason Johnson knows he got traded. He's not just like wandering the streets of Houston somewhere. I'm assuming he knows. Someone told him, but I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know if anyone's seen him in a while. So hopefully he makes a flight to Chicago because he just got traded. So good luck. But I have to bring up the curious case of Will Bruin. I've talked about it on here before. His unexplainable decline. He's no longer starting. More of Owen Coyle's got the 4-5-1 going now with the great Nathan Sturgis and Wes Journeyman starting.
The great. There we go again.
Well, he's legendary.
Well, you gotta remember, Dustin speaks in hyperbole only.
He holds MLS records. He's played on like 12 teams. That's some kind of record.
Yeah.
His brother plays in the NFL. Does anyone else have that? No.
We have a guy that's brother played in the World Cup. Like, it was a big deal. Made a name for himself. Barcelona wanted him. He said no.
Never heard of
And
him.
you got the retarded version of that guy. So that's cool.
You got that guy's little brother, the brother that's not as good. Like, hey, I'll bring my brother over to play. He's good.
The Red Bulls did that first. We had Kaká's brother a couple of years ago.
That's true.
And his only appearance was against DC for the last 2 minutes of a playoff game when they lost.
We had Kenny Dalglish's son, so take some of that.
Did you just do come at me, bro? Was that come at me, bro?
Kenny Dalglish, son.
What's his name? What's his name? You can't just call him Kenny Dalglish's son. What's his name?
His name's Paul Dalglish. He coaches the Austin Aztecs in USL now.
Didn't he? Wasn't he like an assistant at RSL for a while?
RSL, yeah, and then he left to go back. Now he coaches in Austin.
No.
But Bruin doesn't start this week. Rob Lovejoy and Chandler Hoffman came off the bench in front of him. Rob Lovejoy, by the way, scored the goal of the week. If you haven't seen it.
It was a good. I don't know if I'd go that far, but it was good.
It was. Just I don't even know why they're voting. And
did you not see Dylan Cernas against your rival? I mean, I would feel like that's better.
I saw the chest trap goal. Should win it. But yeah, Will Bruin, he has to be on the trade block, I would think.
So, some team is going to lose a forward to injury, and they're going to need someone, and they're going to make the Dynamo a pretty good offer. They're going to have to. So it happens every year. Someone's going to go down.
Yeah.
If he was a really good central defender, Kansas City would be chomping right now for it.
Well, we've been chomping at the bit for a striker all season, but instead we've got Baji.
We'll give you Will Bruin for Drew Moore.
No.
Deal.
No.
Done. We'll give you. What about Kubo for Drew Moore?
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
Can't have the Kubo. We don't even know if he's gonna play here yet.
It's a good thing you're not in the front office. That would be a terrible deal for you, but.
Well, I would trade half the team. Like Football Manager style, I would just be transferring people left and right.
You'd use your fantasy wild card and just.
I'd be like Southampton last year, just everyone.
Offload. We've got a new crop.
Oregon Steierlund would be crying. He was the only one left. Sorry, guys. Had to go.
So do you, on the real here, do you think that Coyle just doesn't like him? Or is there some kind of beef there that we don't know about that's causing this issue?
I don't know that he doesn't like him. He's kind of a hold up, kind of back to the goal, kind of forward.
Mm-hmm.
His finishing has been so bad. If you watched highlights, I think it was a week ago, he shanked a volley like backwards. He whiffed a header, just kind of hard to do. I think his confidence is just shot.
Right.
I
That's
remember
what I'm saying.
talking.
Do you think it's a Owen Coyle issue? 'Cause, I mean, you don't forget how to hit a volley. That doesn't happen. Muscle memory doesn't work that way. So, what is it? He's in his own head. Too concerned. with what
He's
the coach
definitely in his
thinks?
own head. I remember talking to him a year ago or 2 years ago, and a game he missed a breakaway or something when he was on a hat trick, and he joked about how when he gets in front of goal he thinks a lot, and sometimes it messes him up, and that's why he doesn't like breakaways because he starts thinking about things. And so he's like, I think he's one of those players that he overthinks things, and now it's totally in his head, and he's just. I mean, he was on the Gold Cup roster 2 years ago, and now he doesn't even see the field on a team that's not exactly loaded with strikers. Giles Barnes isn't really a striker; he just plays there because they don't have anyone else until Kubo comes.
Especially since a 4-2-3-1 or 4-5-1 is pretty predicated on the fact that you have a hold-up striker like Wilbur, and it seems kind of silly that you wouldn't.
Especially, they have 3 defensive midfielders in Garrido, Ricardo Clark, and Sturgis, so they have really no attack except for Barnes and then Davis and Boniek, so it's kind of strange. We'll see if Bruin eventually snaps out of it, or I think more likely he gets traded somewhere.
Yeah.
What they can get for him, we'll see.
I would take him in Colorado. I don't think we'd give up a lot for him, but I would take him.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Johnson just got someone in return, so I would think Bruin could get a decent. I mean, he's only 25, 26,
Mm-hmm.
so he's got some legs left.
I mean, we literally have like one legitimate forward on our team right now.
We literally have 0.
Well, no, you have Will Bruin. You just said that.
Well,
on our roster, Baji, we have Vicente Sanchez is marked as a forward. He's not really a forward.
Torres, right?
Torres is kind of a forward, but he's not really a forward.
We have goal of the week winner Rob Lovejoy, so
Yeah.
deal with it.
Well, good luck with that.
Kyle, did you see that Lovejoy wears number 3 for Urso? When he scored, he dedicated it.
That's pretty legit.
I think they were college. I think they were college teammates.
I think they were college roommates. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it makes sense. That is pretty cool.
Yeah. So he wears number 3, and then he scores his first goal, and I don't think it was his. It might have been his debut. I think he may have come in earlier in the year, but it was his first significant playing time, and then he had a goal and an assist, so that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Yep.
All right, Sporting 0, RSL 0, and another barn burner.
Do we want to mute all of us?
I'm going to bring Philip back in so
Okay.
that he can talk about this exciting game that was Sporting and RSL, a rematch of the MLS Cup final from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Philip, how exciting!
Crossbar.
Oh, sans the 12-degree temperatures, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Philip, are you at all worried? First off, Opara looks to be down for quite a while with an Achilles. I think they said 4 to 6 months today, which is a huge blow.
May as well just say season. I don't think it's good. I think it's gonna be more than 6 months personally, but
Yeah,
well.
especially if he ruptured it
yeah.
for a soccer.
I had that injury once, and you want to die.
Yeah, especially someone that runs. Your soccer players run all the time. You know, it's not like a baseball player or something.
No, and that was why I was just not really expecting the best, from the news. Just how he was rolling around, that he couldn't put any weight on his foot. That's exactly what I did, and probably just as much or a bit more cursing from my end. But
So what do you guys
I think
center back.
well. Any
Good thing
Bob is probably
Good thing Beasler's
gonna
coming
start.
back. If you guys had a
Beasler's
midweek
coming-
game, it'd be
Yeah,
rough.
Beaver's gonna be back, but I mean, you got to look at the Gold Cup. He's gonna be away with the national team most likely. So after Annie Baba, Kevin Ellis and Eric Palmer Brown, I could put faith in them in one game, but not for a whole season. Especially if last season's any indication. I really think Opara's injury, I think it's really going to hurt Sporting much more than any other player if they had gotten hurt.
He was having a monster season. He was scoring goals. Yeah. He was a rock in the back. I mean, there was even people talking about him being MVP the first month.
Yeah,
of the league.
or being called up to the U.S. team on Wednesday. But and he rebounded from his previous injury, which took about 9 months, I think. So just a sad setback. And you saw online, he's obviously well liked. The fans all got behind him. Players from other teams, fans from other teams were, no one was really saying a bad word about him. So it's gonna hurt. Hope he gets better, back to 100%.
But he has less than 5,000 Twitter followers, so...
Yeah.
Dang, that's rough. Go follow this man, people.
Yeah.
Send him a shout-out. Tell him we sent you.
And he needs stuff to do. I mean, he's working on a puzzle with his last tweet. So.
Yeah, as of an hour. It looks like a puzzle of Yankee Stadium, so that's good.
No, it's Kaufman. Yeah, I recognize.
Oh yeah, the Royals. Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to come on the roundtable while you're just hanging around doing puzzles, you let us know. We got stuff for you. We'll kick Tyler out, and you're in.
Hey Phil, was he leading your team in goals? In all seriousness, because I know he had 2.
I think he was. Yeah.
Oh man.
I gotta check real quick, but I believe so. Yeah,
but I'm not poking fun. I'm like, because if he was, that's a really serious loss.
Mike,
yes,
no,
that's what it is. They're just
really is. I mean, until the Philly game, it was all the defenders that had scored, I believe.
Yeah.
That third goal.
Because Namath and Dwyer didn't score until the Philly game.
Yeah.
That should have been an own goal, the winner, but whatever.
Oh, Namath,
yeah. Namath's goal looked like an own goal, but whatever. Give it to him. He's new.
Yeah.
Kaká's goal counts, so.
Yeah,
Kaká gets as many shots.
I think Saturday night's game. I saw a bunch of people, liking the Morovic. It was lifeless. Real Salt Lake parked the bus for 90 minutes, and they couldn't get a shot on target. They were just whipping it around everywhere, and they had the shot, they had the possession, they had all the stats, but the main one, it's just something that I tell people that I personally think something like possession is overrated as a stat. What you do with it that is going to get you the wins. You can have 80% possession, but you're dicking around with the ball. All it takes is having the ball for 10 seconds, score a goal, that's it. And we've seen it time and time again in MLS.
Well, good news, you guys get to go to LA this weekend, so I'm sure that'll help things.
Well, I am rooting for I am in my biased persona. I am rooting for Houston against DC because then Sporting will have a shot at the title belt.
We'll win the belt. The belt really needs to return to us.
Well, you should ask Vancouver how LA did against them, and maybe you guys will feel like you have a chance.
Maybe we should ask Mark.
True, but
they did against LA.
I saw Robbie Keane's coming back, so.
Robbie
Keane just chilling with unidentified fan last night.
How is he not dead
Yeah.
yet? My God. Can we stop talking about this guy, Robbie Keane? My God.
We were talking about David Beckham. Excuse me.
Yeah, but Robbie Keane had a sweet leather T-shirt on, so.
Landon Donovan went to the Masters. Don't know if you heard. And he's getting married.
Retired. I'm bored of him too.
He's getting married.
Just go to Cambodia, man. Go to Cambodia, live your life, whatever. Just leave us alone. I'm bored of it.
We're going to talk about Landon Donovan the entire next roundtable.
No.
Yeah,
that'll
we have to.
be the first I'm out you get, I promise. If we do
We
it
gotta
like
make up the
special.
quota. MLS hasn't been talking about them.
Yes, we have to hit all MLS affiliated things. Must mention him at least 5 times a week.
It'll be the Landon Donovan Total MLS Roundtable.
Yes.
Presented by Landon Donovan.
Landon
My Castrol.
Presented by the Lennon Donovan MVP award.
Will Landon be in San Antonio? Do we know? Is he going to hang out with his Fox people?
He actually just tweeted to Ike Opara wishing him well. I just saw that, but
I saw he tweeted.
no
Julie Stewart Banks.
location.
Guys, I'm best friends with Landon Donovan.
Look at you! Look at that young stud! Look at that guy with his Galaxy kit. What a guy!
It was Kobe Jones. He literally, it was an autograph signing, and I was the only one that showed up when it was like the All-Star game in 2002. Him and Eddie Johnson. And so he goes, so, you like Kobe Jones, huh? And I was like, yeah, I'm honest. More than I like you.
So you dissed Landon Donovan even back then.
Yes.
I go to share this.
Some might call you a hero, my friend.
One could say that you spurned his career. You made him angry and turned him into the player he was.
Or you're the one that shattered his confidence and made him.
He's like, I'm going to show that guy Kyle talking about he likes Kobe Jones more than me. Watch this.
I'm going to dye my hair yellow.
Take this, suckers.
I gotta share this story. The one time I saw Donovan, I was out in Kansas City, and I was in the back where it was after the game, and there was a whole mob of people surrounding David Beckham, wanting pictures, autographs, and all that as the players were about to get on the bus, and Landon Donovan walks straight through the group. Nobody in the group bats an eye towards him. They all kind of just like try to avoid him like the plague, and Donovan just goes right through the group. It was the most surreal thing, but you know, I
Did you
kind
see all
of
this
think that
because
Donovan.
you were trying to get a picture with David Beckham as well, or?
No, I was working for Sporting KC at the time.
Okay.
So I was supposed to be, but yeah. it was the post game stuff. So.
That's fantastic.
All right, we'll move on to one last game on Saturday. San Jose beat Vancouver 1-0. Did anyone watch that game?
I just saw highlights, and Morales and Adam John got into it a bit.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a dust-up. I don't know really what John did. He kind of
I think when he
kicked him in the huevos
down,
maybe?
but yeah, but I don't think there was no, he had no intent. He got pushed over from behind, and then he kicked, and then Morales looked like Morales went to go kick the ball, and he kicked his knee almost like his midsection because he was kind of in a ball yawn, and then they just got into it and got red cards.
John was already over it though because yesterday he tweeted that he was at some kind of farmer's market or something, so he didn't care too bad.
Hey, he misses the game against New York on Friday.
Yeah, Don Kinnear just working his magic.
If you're going to show pictures on your phone, just make sure you put it up a little bit.
Aye, Captain. We'll do, Captain.
That was fantastic.
Why do you have a birthday cake? No, it just.
Why not? Why
it just
not?
wraps up it really ties the bow on the whole costume you have there. If you're not watching this on YouTube, you have no idea what we're laughing at, but people are now turning into dogs and pirates. And the show has gone to hell in a handbasket real quick. So, Sunday's games. Our friend Mark wants us to talk about Sunday's game. He said he doesn't remember any games happening on Sunday. He also wanted to tell Tyler that he's mad at him. So there's that, Tyler.
I
Sorry.
don't know why you would be mad at me.
You were trying to troll him earlier.
No, I'm just sad he's not here. That's all.
You doubted that he was having time with his wife.
No,
That's mean of you.
he said he had time with his wife, and I know where his priorities lie, and I don't appreciate it.
I don't either. Guy says he's committed to the team. Now he's hanging out with his wife. Whatever. Orlando 2, Portland nothing. What the hell's wrong with Portland? I think is maybe the first question. I don't know what the heck.
Can we take a step back and talk about why people totally are in love with Caleb Porter and why it's so ridiculous that major writers in this soccer space are like fawning over Caleb Porter and have been for 2 or 3 years now?
I despise Caleb Porter. I don't think he's that good of a coach. I think he's probably.
But he beat Bayern Munich, so
Yeah.
deal with that.
So he's good at what exactly? What does that prove?
Winning meaningless friendlies.
That he can line
Dominates
up
them.
a team that is selected for him and put out tactics that he had nothing to do with, really? Sure.
I really don't like that he won Coach of the Year with Pecky that year, and then the Rebels went on to almost make the MLS Cup the following season, and Portland was golfing before the playoffs started. So
Are we talking about? We're talking about New York Cosmos announcer Mike Petke.
yeah, let's not go into that.
Wow. That pisses you off, Mike.
Former Supporter Shield winner Mike Petke.
I'm now channeling my inner Pablo after his 4-0 win.
Soon to be Colorado Rapids coach, but it wasn't Pablo. Pablo was suspended for the game, wasn't he?
Yeah, Piovo. It was Piovo,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe see the gold jerseys.
Well,
Drew Moore's back. Pablo's out.
I wish, but that's whatever. That's my own thing.
Portland, yeah, I don't know what's up with them. Orlando, on the other hand, they seem pretty. I think they're going to make the playoffs in the East.
Oh,
They're
let's
definitely
talk about Orlando after their next week's game, okay?
Who are they playing? An
They're
MLS
playing
team?
Columbus.
Oh. You guys are still in the league? You guys aren't flying to, like, Asia or something for a game?
They probably want us to, and they were like, we
Yeah.
probably had all that in our schedule.
Listen, you guys have to play in Chile this week. Sorry, it's just part of the schedule. There's an Australian game coming up that we're going to need you to play in. Last game of the weekend. We'll wrap this thing up as we approach the hour mark. LA, Seattle, the marquee game of the week. Alan Gordon scores off a set piece. I don't know if there was another set piece orgy, like Alexi called it, but Gordon just kind of left open on that set piece. Seattle had their chances. Pinedo had, 10 saves?
Something like that.
Seattle just decided to shoot the ball right at Pinedo on a number of occasions. Nagel had a couple where he could have scored on. LA needed that probably more than Seattle. It was at home. They lost 2 in a row. Dempsey was out. Good result for LA. I don't know if Seattle should be too worried about it. I'm sure they'll be fine. I mean, especially Dempsey being out is kind of a big loss for them. Seattle gets to play a minor league team this week anyway. Colorado. Oh, sorry, Tyler. You get to see the Sounders come to town this weekend. Are you and Mark going to be friends this week?
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
You guys aren't going to no banter coming his way.
Nah, probably not.
He's very touchy after the Manchester United Liverpool game.
He's one game on the trot and losing, so I don't want to rub it in too much.
I mean, I don't want to say this, but you basically own him.
Yeah, I mean, essentially that's what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, pretty much.
We are a 4-0 win coming in, and he is a 1-0 loss. So you'll take
Momentum.
that however you want. But
You look at the form book, and obviously you slant towards Colorado here.
if
What
you
is
went
your
with
realistic
Colorado
prediction for the game?
Huh?
What's your realistic prediction for the game coming up?
Oh, I would say probably 2-0 to Seattle, but who knows? Who knows? It all works through Oba. So if he has a crappy game, I think the whole game is going to be 0-0.
If Dempsey's back
probably.
too. If Dempsey's back, it might be trouble.
Given our history, I would say we don't score. I don't think we'll score.
They thrashed a really good Houston Dynamo team a couple weeks ago, so they're pretty good.
Yeah.
It's true. If they can thrash the front runner Houston Dynamo.
Well, I'm glad that you're recognizing the Supporter Shield favorites.
Yeah.
It's just,
Do you still have visions of Brian Ching on the team? Is that where this is coming from?
Brian still hangs around. He's the general manager of the Dash, another dominant Houston team. If you didn't watch them this weekend, Carly Lloyd, Golasso.
No, we don't have a cool team like you guys.
Love me some Carly Lloyd.
If you don't watch if you're not down with the NWSL and the Houston
No,
Dash,
I am down with it, but we don't have a team.
You can adopt the Dash.
No. No. I'm not picking the Dash. Why would I do that?
Because they're great. Duh.
No. Yeah, but Haley Kopmeyer plays for Seattle Reign. So what am I supposed to do with that?
No. You're supposed to get with the Dash and Melissa
I think we
Henderson.
just lost 1,000 followers.
Why? No, she's a goalkeeper with West Coast. West
course.
Coast Goalkeeping. They sponsor my gloves. They sponsor her gloves as a pro. So, that's why I like her.
They have big name clients like Tyler.
No, come on, don't do that. That's hurtful.
No, West Coast is a good company. They have some.
Yeah, they came out with new
bunch of
gloves
guys.
today.
They have a bunch of guys in MLS, don't they?
Huh?
They have a number of guys in MLS they sponsor.
Yeah, they have Brian Rowe. They have they had Joe Nasco.
They had
still
Nasco,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, but
He's doing well in NASL.
they also have Columbus's Clark.
Steve
Oh,
Clark,
yeah.
yeah.
Steve Clark does wear their gloves, yeah.
They have another guy. I can't remember, but yeah, they have a couple of them.
There
Is
you
this
go.
your favorite brand, or do you work with them?
No, yeah, we have a deal. My club, FC Denver, has a sponsorship deal with them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, he's kind of a big deal, this guy. He
That's
might
not true.
fool you with a pirate hat.
I'm wearing a pirate hat and I have a birthday. I'm not a big anything.
Don't
Maybe a
let,
big ass. I don't know.
don't let the birthday cake and pirate hat and fake beard fool you. the man he called the 4-0 win. He's just guy knows what's going on.
I also went on record saying Chris Smalling would have a great year this season. Also said that Ashley Young was one of our best players early on in the season, and then it's all coming to fruition now. But
Tyler,
on that one.
Tyler, Mike, and I we're just climbing the table. The United fans just doing what we do. We'd already disposed the Phillips squad, just thrashed them, kicked them out the door. Now we're coming to Stamford Bridge for Kevin's boys.
No,
coming
you're
to the
not.
bridge.
okay,
Coming to Wrexham shop.
well, let's slow it down here. I mean, I'm obviously on the crazy train.
Listen,
But
Ashley Young, Bion Door, Morrow, probably runner up. Falcao's third.
I don't want to live in a world where the Ballon d'Or winner is named Ashley Young.
What about Marouane Fellaini?
No, don't want it. No, Marouane Fellaini, sure, but that's crazy. Ashley's just not that kind of player.
If any of those people win, you cannot call it the Ballon d'Or. If anything, it'd be like the balloon.
Ever since a bird took a crap in Ashley Young's mouth, he's just been a totally different player. So
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it was not bird poop. Maybe it was some kind of magical elixir. Why haven't they made a movie about this?
we're on it.
I say it should be on the anti-drug list.
I don't know. We're probably losing viewers. Men in Blazer started. They're probably talking about it.
Well, Well, what's French for bronze? Maybe it's the Ballon d'Or. I don't know.
Sure.
Bronze.
I don't know. I'm just saying, because Ashley Young's not going to win the Ballon d'Or, but he might win a Ballon bronze.
We just got a shout out on Twitter about our NWSL talk.
Well, we like NWSL. I just wish we had a team, man. I like it. I just wish we had a team.
I hope they expand after this year. They have a successful year with the World Cup, and they get a few more markets.
I want more soccer, more professional soccer near me. That I don't care, who is playing. Well, I don't want to watch like a
dog league or something.
Dog league, yeah, I don't want that. Like legitimate soccer, football, whatever. I want professional.
He's calling the Rapids legitimate soccer, Kyle.
I was gonna say there's another 1,000 viewers lost.
That's loose. That's a loose term, but we are an organization. Yeah.
All right, so we'll wrap the show up. Tyler, since you have the birthday cake, we'll let you go first with any last words you'd like to have.
I don't know. We'll see. I would like to see Seattle lose. Obviously, I don't think it'll happen because.
I hope you and Mark remain friends this week. That's all I want.
No, we're fine. I don't see if we mattered or were relevant this year. Maybe I'd be like, oh yeah, this is going to be a big deal. But
I want you to just banter him just because.
Well, if we win, there will be bans.
Because you already hashtag bans with the Z.
With a Z. Yeah.
Because you own him.
Right.
Also. Yes.
I think it's pwned on the internet.
That's what the kids call it.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would like to see that happen. I don't think it will, but it would be nice. Other than that, I think it would be interesting. I wish Mark were coming out this weekend, but he's not, because, well, he hates me. So.
NASL fans don't like us as much.
Why?
I tweeted something about the NASL attendance from this week and NWSL attendance, and now there's someone saying, no way MLS Farm League can match NASL numbers.
What?
NASL? They hate the USL. They're trying to take their
Why?
Division 2 status.
Well, I don't understand the hate. I don't understand the hate for professional soccer. I don't get it.
We love all of you. NASL, USL,
Yeah, I don't see the
EDL,
problem.
whatever else, USAA, whatever, CalFC.
PASL. That's what my team is in. Wasn't it?
PASL. We love FC Denver. Huge fans. We love their goalkeeper. He's amazing.
Oh.
Are they in the U.S. Open Cup groups?
No, we didn't make it this time.
Their goalkeeper got shelled.
Harpo's. No, I didn't play, dude. I didn't play.
Oh.
You may recall I had a knee injury. You may recall.
He was on the shelf.
No, we had no. Okay, so we have a team that came in, Harpo's, and they made the U.S. Open Cup this time. So.
There you go. All right, Philip. Any last words as your team slowly slides away?
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to this. To that.
You guys will be alright. It's okay. It's okay. You guys will be okay.
I mean,
What a closing statement. Should we end it there?
It's still a long season,
so that's pretty much the show.
I'm looking forward to the hopefully few players that Sporting will sign over the summer, because they may be out pretty early if they don't.
We're barely missing some. Men in Blazers just tweeted hashtag triple nipple. So if you're watching, we need to get over and watch that show. It looks exciting. Mike, do you have anything for your undefeated squad?
Looking forward to getting out to the arena finally this season for the Rebels' second home game, and to make the first one, so should be fun. Friday night.
Why didn't you make it?
I had work commitments. I couldn't go.
He was protesting. Mike,
How are you a supporter? You don't even know? That's not support, Mike.
I'm not in the supporters section. I have
Listen, not everyone's in commercials like you, okay?
Yeah, right.
We can't all just be in supporters commercials like
Okay.
big time supporters. Ooh.
I'm sorry I brought it up, guys. Jeez.
Tyler stands down
So much,
supporters
so
commercials
much
because he's the only
blowback from
one.
that.
Yes.
You just wish you run Unimas, man. It's not my fault. Don't blame me.
You're huge in the Hispanic community. That's all
I
I
am.
can say.
Massive in the Latino community. You don't know.
Kyle, no one cares about your team, but we'll let you talk anyway.
Yeah, nobody does care, but it will be the coolest matchup of jerseys for the season. The bright yellow bananas of Columbus and the bright yellow purple grapes of Orlando. That will be the highlight. Maybe it ends 0-0. Maybe we'll get a shot on goal.
Hopefully they wear their purple. They wore white the other day. For some
I hope
reason.
it's yellow versus purple, but let's be honest, nobody's going to see it, nobody's going to care about it, and the MLS is going to ignore it.
Half of Brazil will watch it.
I'll watch it.
I'll watch it just
That's
for you.
key. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
We're going to watch it as a group. Kevin, you're going to the U.S. game. You're probably going to hang out with Alexi Lawless. Our boy Winalda's there. If you see him, tell him what's up.
Winalda.
2-0. We're gonna win.
Remember,
If you see Kubo, tell him to come back.
You know, I'm beginning to think Winalda's actually a genius, and he's just trolling us all.
He is. He pretty much is.
Well, he's going to be our
He's trolling. I don't.
He
I don't
trolls
know if I
hard.
would say genius.
He trolls really hard.
Kevin, just remember you have to offer Ronaldo the job of coaching the Total-MLS soccer team because
Yes.
I mean, like Jessica Simpson genius. You know how she fooled the world, but she's
Yeah,
not.
tell him if he wants to coach the Total-MLS team as we qualify for the Open Cup next year. We haven't decided on our starting keeper between Tyler and Mike. They're still fighting now.
you could probably go Tyler.
So we're still working on our keeper situation, but
There's a keeper controversy.
there's a controversy already. We haven't even fielded the team.
We're not the Philadelphia Union, all right?
We're collecting keepers like the Union.
You're right. You both make more than their collected 3.
It should be a great atmosphere at the Alamo Dome. It's sold out, so I'm excited. Even though it's probably going to be more Mexican fans than American fans, but
Oh yeah, like
whatever.
80-20.
We're in Mexico, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, 80-20. Cash grab. Cash grab.
The last time the Alamo Dome was sold out,
Man.
when the Friday Night Lights there.
What?
Probably when the Spurs played there. Hello.
Spurs haven't played there in like 12 years.
Back when we beat them when we won the NBA title like 20 years ago. I think that's when we played.
That like one time.
Sorry, we won back-to-back titles.
Oh,
No one cares about it.
Sorry, wait, how am I holding up?
We're talking about basketball, Tyler.
You're talking about the Rockets?
Leave it alone. Yeah,
The Spurs just beat on the Rockets twice in a row.
because the refs screwed them.
Basketball's still going on?
Whatever. No, his fingers touched the ball. You know it.
Anyway, I think that's about time for today's show. So,
I
thanks for-
literally thought basketball was already over. I'm sorry. That wasn't being a jerk. Like I thought. It was fine.
Baseball just started too. If you want to get on board.
No, I'm good. Thanks. It'll be
All right.
around for another 190 something whatever games.
Yo, catching.
162. I'm good.
All right. Thanks everybody that watched. Thanks everybody that listened. Talk to you guys next week. Hopefully. See ya.